Welcome back to another episode of Tell Me. Yesterday was crazy. Kings ended up they were down by like 20 at halftime to the Pistons, and then ended up flipping the script in the second half, and they ended up winning by 21. So we did have them on our ticket yesterday. They won. The Knicks, they covered. They blew the doors off the Portland Trailblazers. That was on the ticket. We knew that was going to happen. The Magic, they didn't cover. They ended up getting beat by the Timberwolves. But we did say in the video yesterday, I did say that the Timberwolves money line, they're probably going to win. But I think the Magic would keep it close. But they didn't. And I also did say that that game was probably not going to go onto my final ticket. I didn't like the game, and it didn't. Mavericks, milk carton boys of the day. They are straight up on the milk carton because they lost to the Memphis Grizzlies at home without John Morant and Jaren Jackson. Don't want to hear it. Let Xavier Tillman put up 14 and 11. Disgusting. Mavericks, milk carton boys for the day. Lakers ended up winning. Tight game against the Raptors at home last night. But that was it. Got a long NBA slate today, jam packed, 10 games. Let's get right into it. First game of the night is going to be the best game of the night. It's the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Boston Celtics in Boston. Oh, man, it's the two number one teams in the league. Timberwolves number one in the West, Celtics number one in the East. I think we're in for a good game, but Timberwolves are on a back to back with travel. And they won last night against the Magic, but Magic were really depleted. They had 6 injuries. The injury list was longer than a Monday, and Timberwolves got to travel tonight to Boston. Boston, well rested. They're coming off of a tough loss, which they think they may have gotten robbed. Jaylen Brown got fouled on that last play. They didn't call it after they reviewed it. The whole world saw he got fouled. They didn't call it. So I think they're going to come in this game with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Remember, Boston is still undefeated at home. They have not lost a game at home yet. All 8 of their losses have come on the road this season. Lost their last one in a tough one to the Pacers without Jason Tatum, of course. Tatum plays tonight. Drew Holiday, game time decision. Who else do we have? Game time decision. And Kristaps Porzingis is also game time decision. And Al Horford is game time decision. I think they're probably going to play, considering that they all do. I think they're going to have to all play. I think they're going to suit up just because it's the number one team going against the number one team. But short and quick, I'm just going to keep it Celtics. Celtics win tonight. Can't trust the Timberwolves on the road. Timberwolves on the road. Minnesota, they're 9-11 ATS against the spread. Boston at home is where they play their best basketball. They're 11-6 ATS on the road. So I'm going to go with the Celtics tonight. Celtics money line. I also don't really mind the points. I think the Timberwolves are a little bit overrated. So yeah, give me the Celtics. The Celtics all day for me tonight. As long as everyone plays, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford. If everyone plays, Celtics for sure. Next game up, we got the Kings playing the Hornets in Charlotte. This one's quick and easy for me as well. I know last time that these two teams played, they played in Sacramento maybe about a week ago, and the Charlotte Hornets actually beat them. Kings were giving up 16.5, and the Hornets beat them outright. It was a disgrace to see, and they became the milk carton boys of the day that day, the Sacramento Kings, and they were almost the milk carton boys last night if they didn't flip that script on the Detroit Pistons. But, Charlotte takes on Sacramento. They're looking to stop their 5-game home losing streak. They've gone 4-12 this season at home. They give up 120 points to opponents. They've been outscored by 10.5 points per game at home. The Kings have gone 9-7 on the road. So the Kings do play pretty good basketball on the road. They're above 500 on the road. I don't know, man. Not that I don't know, actually. This is going to be quick and easy for me. I know that the Kings are on a back-to-back, and I usually don't like taking teams that are on a back-to-back on the road. But this is a major bounce-back game for the Kings. Revenge game for them. Like I said, they just played. Revenge game for the Kings. I think they come in here tonight and blow the doors off the Charlotte Hornets. Still no LaMelo Ball. Gordon Hayward is out tonight. Mark Williams is out. PJ Washington is day to day. Cody Martin day to day. So yeah, give me the Kings tonight, and that's just what it is. Kings money line. I even think the Kings minus the 7 won't be a bad play either. Like I said, I think they drag them boys tonight. Next game up, we got the Spurs versus the Pistons. It's crazy, man. We got 2 games tonight. We got the 2 best teams in the league playing each other, and now we got the 2 worst teams in the league playing each other, right? Pretty crazy. So we got the Spurs with only 5 wins this year, and the Pistons with only 3 wins this year. Pistons on the back-to-back tonight. They just played last night against the Kings, and they actually played pretty well. They fought throughout that game, and they ended up losing by 21, but they were up by 21 at one point also, right? So they have been fighting every game. They've been trying to compete in every single game. But I guess you can make on the other argument for this, the same thing for the Spurs. They've been trying to ball too every game. We saw what they did against the Bucks. Bucks only beat them by 4. Pistons, same thing. We saw what they did to the Warriors. Yeah, they lost, but Warriors only beat them by 4. So they are playing. They are playing tough. They are trying to win. Um, this is just a tough game, man. I'm not touching this game tonight at all. Just letting you guys know, I'm not touching this game. Because this is a complete coin toss. There's 2 worst teams in the league. Both of these teams want to win really bad. No Cade Cunningham for the Pistons tonight, and they're on a back-to-back, but they don't have to travel. They're staying home. They played home last night, so you can take that into consideration. The Spurs, on the other hand, they have the X factor, Victor Wembanyama. He is playing amazing, and who on the Pistons is going to stop him? But the Pistons are hungry, so don't like this game. Not going to touch this game. I lean towards the Pistons in the 3.5. I think the Spurs money line, maybe if they probably win. Pistons keep it close. Pistons could probably win this game also, because if they don't win tonight, they're probably not going to get another win this season. Who else can they beat? So it's got to be against the Spurs. So I guess I'll go with the better. I mean, not the better team. I guess I'll go with the home team with the points in this situation. I do think the Spurs can win this game, money line, but maybe the Pistons keep it close. Maybe the Pistons do win. So give me the Pistons plus a 3.5. Next game up, we got the Wizards versus the Pacers. Quick and easy. It's going to be the Pacers for me. Pacers at home against the Wizards. Wizards are just no good. I know we don't have Halliburton right now. I said we. Look at me like a Pacers fan now. I just like watching the Pacers play. But the Pacers don't have Halliburton. It was really sad to see him go down the other day in the second quarter. He's got a hamstring injury. He's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks, they say. So he is going to be out for a little bit, which is really not a good thing for the Pacers, because he has been everything for that team. But the Pacers are just a far better team than the Wizards. We saw he went down in the second quarter of that game, and they still ended up beating the Celtics, which is the best team in the league. And I know that Jason Tatum didn't play that night, but you figure Jason Tatum not on the court, he's their best player. Halliburton's not on the court, he's their best player. So it comes down to the rest of the squad, and they beat the Celtics, even with Jaylen Brown and Porzingis on the court. So the Pacers have proved, I think, to everyone this season that they can play with anybody. So even without Halliburton, the Pacers are still home. They're on a nice little home stretch. So I'm gonna go with the Pacers at home. Pacers money line. I don't know if I feel so comfortable laying the 8 points. If it was a little bit lower, maybe like 5.5, maybe I'd feel a little more comfortable. Maybe even 6.5, but 8. I mean, the Pacers could blow them out. I mean, not blow them out. They could beat them right around 8-9. But either way, it's the Pacers money line if you're going to put them on a parlay tonight. Next game up, we got the Thunder versus the Heat in Miami. This game I am going to be watching. I am a Heat fan. And everyone knows that I do like the Thunder this year. They have been a money-making team. They are the best ATS team in the league right now. And Miami doesn't play their best basketball at home this season. This season they have been better on the road. On the road, Miami is 11-9 ATS. At home, they're 6-10. But the Thunder, Thunder are on a little road stretch right now. They lost to the Kings their first game. They beat Brooklyn the second game. And then they just barely beat, what was it, Washington last game in Washington. Now they got to go to Miami. And, Miami's not just going to lay down. Like, Miami plays defense. Miami's a tough team. But no Jimmy Butler still. Kyle Lowry, game time decision. Caleb Martin, game time decision. So, there's quite a few injuries for the Heat, but they still play really tough. They have a deep roster, deep bench. So I do think they keep this game competitive. Miami doesn't really get blown out in games, even if they do lose. Their games are usually pretty close. Um, Given the Heat 5 at home, me just being the Heat fan that I am, I'm gonna say the Heat +5, but I don't mind the Thunder money line. I do think the Thunder probably win this game. Um, but they haven't been playing their best basketball on the road. Yeah, they won two of their last three on the road, but they were close games. Um, Miami is laying. On the other hand, Miami, they're looking for their fourth straight home win as well. So the Thunder are 10-6 on the road this season. Sixth in the NBA in scoring fast break points, 16.2 a game. SGA is a problem. We all know that. Um, Last 10 games, Heat are 6-4, Thunder are 7-3 over the last 10. So, like I said, I think Thunder money line or the Heat plus the 5.5 is the safe play for the night. Um, Probably won't take this game. It's a coin toss game for me. Um, if I do, though, I might go Heat +5 or maybe buy a few points, maybe get them at 8, or just take the Thunder money line straight up. Next game up, we got the 76ers versus the Hawks in Atlanta. This game sucks. No Joel Embiid tonight, and Trae Young is game time decision. Clint Capella is game time decision. Anthony Melton, game time decision. Robert Covington is out. For the Hawks, Trae Young, game time decision. Wesley Matthews, game time decision. Garrison Matthews is out. DeAndre Hunter is out. Clint Capella, game time decision. So this game is just a crap game all around. But we do know that Atlanta is the worst ATS team in the league. They are 2-12 at home. They have covered 2 spreads this entire season at home. They are just not a good team at home against the spread. They're giving up 3 to the Sixers. I get it. No Joel Embiid. The Sixers are just not that good without Joel Embiid. So I get it, but I don't know if I can trust the Hawks. I guess we just have to wait on this game to see if Trae Young, Clint Capella play. I think if Trae Young, Clint Capella, and these guys play, I think the Hawks probably win the game. I wouldn't lay the points. If they win, it'll probably be a nail biter, 1-2 points. They probably win the game. If either one of those guys, Clint Capella or uh, DeAndre Hunter or Trae Young sit tonight, I think 76ers probably win the game, or the 76ers plus the 3 points might be the safer bet. I'm either way. You know, Hawks are just not good at home. They're 2-12 against the spread. I guess I'm going to go the 76ers plus the 3 points. Just to lean, not my favorite play. Probably not going to make it into my favorite play as well. Very tough slate tonight. Yeah, I guess I lean 76ers, the better team, plus the 3 points. Next game up, we got the Rockets playing in Chicago against the Bulls. This is another very tough game. Two teams that are very close in record and the way they've been playing. Both teams don't play at a super fast pace. The Rockets are 18-17. They're ninth in the West. The Bulls are 17-21. They're the ninth in the East. So both of these teams are pretty much right about even. The Bulls are giving up 4 at home tonight. Um, tough, very tough game because the Bulls don't really trust them. But they do play better basketball at home. They're 11-9-1 against the spread at home. They're 8-9 against the spread on the road. Whereas the Rockets, we know they're one of the best ATS teams in the league at home. On the road, they're probably the worst ATS team in the league. The Rockets, let's just check it out. Yeah, Houston on the road. They are 6-7 against the spread on the road. All right, so not terrible against the spread on the road. I guess this is a spot where they can probably even it out. Tough game, really tough game. The Hawks. Let me just see something real quick. Any game time Okay, so Tari Eason is still out. Dylan Brooks is still out. Chicago Bulls, Zach Levine, game time decision. Torrey Craig is out. Alex Caruso, game time decision. Um, it's a tough game. I don't think I trust the Bulls minus the 4.5. Um, maybe the Bulls win. Maybe the Rockets win. Dude, this is a tough game. I guess I'll probably lean towards the Bulls money line or the Rockets plus the 4 points. I think it's going to be just around that. I think this spread is dead on. I do not see a blowout game here at all. I think this is going to be right around that 4 point spread. So I guess Rockets plus the 4, the Bulls at home. Bulls have been playing better basketball as of lately. Um, but Chicago did just go to overtime against the Charlotte Hornets, which isn't good. I mean, you go to overtime against the Hornets. They did win, but Rockets are 3-11 on road games. Man, it's tough. 3-11 on the road. Last 10 games, Bulls are 6-4. Rockets are 5-5. It's tough. I think the Rockets plus the 4. I think the Rockets plus the 4 points is the play tonight. Give me the Rockets plus the 4. It's too close of a game. Both teams are even. You're going to give two even teams. Uh, you know, you're going to give them plus points. I think I'll take it, man. Like I said, this game I don't like it. Not going to make it onto my ticket tonight either. But I guess I'll go with the Rockets plus the 4 points. Next game up, we got the Pelicans and the Warriors in Golden State. This is another tough one. It's the reason why I say it's tough is because the line seems like a trap line, right? Because the Pelicans are a better team. The Pelicans are a much better team this year. They got 22 wins. The Warriors got 17. Warriors have been just not playing very well. But last game, Curry had 9 points, right? He was 0 for 9 from 3. The chance of that happening 2 games in a row, very unlikely. Um, I think big bounce back game for Curry tonight, and he goes bananas. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's in a slump, but I don't think that happens to the greatest shooter of all time. I think he's going to bounce back. And this line is kind of like a trap line to me. Warriors are giving up a point at home against the Pelicans, who are a better team. Um, Zion is game time decision. Jose Alvarado game time decision. Chris Paul is out. Draymond's still out. So there are a few injuries. Zion is obviously a huge deal. If Zion plays, I'm gonna go with the Pelicans. Zion doesn't play, I may go with the Warriors. Even this game just seems like such a trap line. This 1 point is really bothering me. I feel like first of all, why are the Warriors favored? They haven't been better all season. They haven't shown that they've done anything worthy of being favored by a point against the Pelicans, who have been balling lately, bro. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Let's just see real quick. Bottom line, yeah, man. Bottom line, the New Orleans Pelicans, they're hitting the road against the Golden State Warriors, aiming to extend their 6 game road winning streak. I mean, Pelicans should win this game. Like everything my gut is telling me is that the Pelicans are the better team and that they should beat the Warriors tonight, right? But that line is just iffy to me. Seems like a trap. And because of that line, I'm gonna stay away from it because Curry could absolutely go insane tonight. There's been a little bit of some memes and slander going around the last couple of days. Like, is the dynasty over in Golden State? What are they doing? The players are upset. They're disgruntled with their playing time. Kuminga wants out of there. He's lost confidence in Steve Kerr. Golden State's a little bit of a mess right now, so I can't lay the 1 point with the Warriors. So give me the Pelicans plus the 1, I guess. It's just a lean again. Probably not going to make this onto my final ticket either, but give me the Pelicans plus the 1. Next game up, we got the Nuggets and the Jazz playing in Utah. The Denver Nuggets all day tonight. I know the Jazz have been playing really good basketball lately. They just beat the crap out of the Bucks, but they're not going to do that to the Nuggets. They're going to be coming into Utah with that energy, and they do play really good basketball at Utah. That crowd goes stupid. That crowd is crazy. Utah is probably one of the best ATS teams at home. Yeah, the best ATS team at home. They're 12-4 against the spread at home. Denver on the road. Let's just check them out real quick. Denver is 7-12 ATS on the road. So this is a good spot for the Jazz. I think the Jazz might cover the 6.5, just because the Nuggets don't play their best basketball on the road. But everyone is playing for the Nuggets tomorrow, so I am going to go with the Nuggets money line. I'm not going against that guy in Denver. I'm not doing that. That guy is not. Nope, he's the real deal. We saw what he did last year. He's the reigning champ. He's arguably going to be the MVP this year again, maybe. Yeah, I'm going Denver money line. I'm not going to lay the points with Denver just because they're 7-12 ATS on the road going against the best ATS team at home. Utah does ball at home. So Denver money line, quick and easy. Next game up, last game of the night, is the Raptors playing against the Clippers in LA. Raptors on the back-to-back, but they don't have to travel. Clippers staying at home. They didn't have to travel. They played the last game against the Lakers. So both of these teams are going to be good tonight. But you already know how I feel. I'm not laying no double-digit spread. I usually don't like laying double-digit spreads with really good teams. I'm not going to lay a double-digit spread with the Clippers. Absolutely not. I'm all over the Raptors plus the 10 tonight. They lost to the Lakers by 1 tonight, and they should have won that game, honestly. The refs started giving all the calls to the Lakers. 23 free throws for the Lakers, 2 free throws for the Raptors in the fourth quarter. I completely agree with the Raptors head coach. He went crazy in the press conference after the game. Completely unfair. The refereeing has been atrocious this season, worse than I've ever seen it. But it is what it is. Give me the Raptors plus 10 tonight. And there you have it, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to tell me, like, comment, subscribe. Any updates that I'll be posting will be on X later. Pay attention to the comments. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And tell me, don't fail me. Let's win tonight.